From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Cassie Heiter.
Well, that sounds like a good time. I'll tell you what else sounds like fun. All the festivities that are going to be happening across the metro, and it seems like it's going to be hot, fairly decent weather.
Yeah, no rain, no rainy forecast for our 4th of July holiday. We appreciate that, Cassie. How are things looking?
You know, it still looks dry, at least here in Oklahoma City. In fact, most of the state will likely be dry, but we do have some storm chances to talk about. We'll talk about that in a moment, but it is July 1st, so we're kind of summing up what took place last month. We actually had a little over 3 inches of rain. Now, typically in the month of June, we actually pick up about 4.5, so we came down a little below normal. No tornadoes, so that's great news. We typically see about 7 in the entire state of Oklahoma. Now, as far as averages are concerned for now that we're in July, it's going to get hotter. It's supposed to get hotter. In fact, by the middle of the month, temperatures average in the middle 90s and overnight lows in the low 70s. As far as rainfall is concerned, we typically see about 3 6/10 of an inch, and it's not a very active severe weather month by any means. We see 1, maybe 2 tornadoes for the entire state of Oklahoma in July. So I think we're going to be doing pretty good, at least as far as severe weather is concerned. We do have some rain chances, but I really don't see anything in terms of a big severe weather outbreak. Nothing like that anytime soon. We are definitely in summer. This is our Enid camera put over Pike Pass Skycam Network. Blue skies, 80 degrees, a south wind at 13. The dew points are in the upper 60s, so the heat index 82 degrees. Not a big difference right now, but over the next coming days, it's going to make a huge difference. Temperatures range from the mid 70s and low 80s across the north, some low to mid 80s already showing up across the far south with the south wind between about 15 to 25 miles an hour. But dew points today in the upper 60s, lots of low 70s across eastern Oklahoma, so the heat index will play a role in just how much it feels very muggy outside over the next, really not only today, but over the next several days. It's certainly going to be a factor. And outside right now, we actually do have at least a few rain and storms across Kansas. And over the next couple of days, it's basically where these little pieces of energy will be moving through. And believe it or not, some of that could actually make it into Oklahoma, but we're talking far northern Oklahoma. Later this evening and possibly into tomorrow evening, most of the state will likely be dry. And unfortunately, after that, I really don't see a whole lot of storm activity across Oklahoma. It's just looking very hot. That ridge of high pressure is going to be in place. Temperatures will likely climb well into the 90s and even the low 100s across portions of the state. And that does honestly include Oklahoma City for at least a couple of days. And there we will likely hit about 100 degrees or at least come really close to it. Today, looking for a high of about 95 degrees in Oklahoma City, 98 in Ponca City, 102 in Alva, 102 this afternoon in Hobart. For this evening, there is a chance we could actually get some storms out in the Panhandle. I think they're going to weaken and fall apart by the time they try to make it into far northwest Oklahoma. Temperatures tonight dropping down into the low 70s under mostly clear skies. And then tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be mostly sunny and hot again. High of 95 degrees in Oklahoma City, the low 100s across the far west and the upper 80s across the far east. Tomorrow evening, now we've got a better chance of seeing some rain and storms in the Panhandle, and they're going to try to make their way into parts of far northern, north central Oklahoma. A slight chance that they actually do make it that far south out of Kansas. By Sunday, just a little bit hotter now, at least here in Oklahoma City. 96 degrees in Oklahoma City, a breezy south wind. Temperatures in the upper 90s across the west, but about 101 degrees in Guyman, 98 degrees in Ponca City. So for Oklahoma City, specifically for the 4th of July weekend all the way through Monday, it's going to get increasingly hotter, gradually so, about a south wind between about 10 to 20. By Monday, it does look a little bit more breezy with temperatures climbing into the upper 90s. And it looks like after that, it's going to continue to get even hotter. In fact, by next Thursday, I think we could easily hit 100 degrees, and we could do that a few different times.